सावधान! माननीय सभासदों, माननीय अध्यक्ष जी,
Honorable members, a very good morning to all of you. I welcome you all to the 35th National Youth Parliament session, and I hope this session will be fruitful. We begin today's session with oath or affirmation of our newly elected members. Secretary General, please.
we taking the oath or affirmation. Do you want to oath or affirmation?
Oath, please.
In which language?
I, Shubhoshri Ghosh, having been elected a member of lower house of the Youth Parliament, do swear in the name of God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to Constitution of India as by law established, that I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India, and that I will faithfully discharge the duty upon which I am about to enter.
We are confident that your contribution would be fruitful to both the House and the country.
Lakshmi Kumari Paswan of Murshidabad constituency will be taking the oath or affirmation. Do you want to oath or affirmation? In which language?
मैं लक्ष्मी कुमारी पासवान युवा सांसद की निचले सदन के सदस्य चुने जाने के बाद भगवान की शपथ लेती हूँ कि मैं कानून द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति अपनी आस्था और निष्ठा, इसकी संप्रभुता और अखंडता को बनाए रखूंगी। भारत और जिस कर्तव्य पर मैं प्रवेश करने जा रही हूँ उसका निष्ठापूर्वक निर्वहन करूंगी।
We are delighted to welcome you and we look forward to your contribution as the cause of the nation. Honorable members, after a long time, we meet today. It is my sad duty to inform the House the demise of former colleague Shri Shurivesh Sharma. At the age of 72, battling with cancer, on May 13 of 2024. He served as Deputy Chief Minister for including a member of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha MP. He served as Deputy Chief Minister twice from 2003 to 2015 and 2007 to 2015. I would like to extend my condolences to the family.
मैं श्री सुरेश शर्मा जी को अपनी भावभीनी श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करता हूं, जिनके निधन से हम सभी शोकाकुल हैं। उनका सभ्य स्वभाव, कुशल प्रशासक के रूप में तथा सार्वजनिक जीवन में सत्यनिष्ठा उनके व्यक्तित्व और कृतित्व में प्रतिबिंबित होती थी। उप मुख्यमंत्री, सांसद तथा राज्य विधानसभा दोनों सदनों के सदस्य के रूप में उन्होंने उच्च आदर्शों को कायम रखा। लोकतांत्रिक भारत के उत्थान और कल्याण में उनकी अमूल्य भूमिका रही है। वे बहुत ही मेहनती और मिलनसार विधायक के रूप में जाने जाते थे। राजनीति से जुड़े मुद्दे की उन्हें गहरी समझ थी। जीएसटी पारित करने में उनकी सक्रिय भूमिका सदैव याद रखी जाएगी। मैं उनके परिवार के प्रति अपनी गहरी संवेदना व्यक्त करता हूँ।
Former Deputy CM Suresh Sharma demise has created a void in politics of India. He was a key feature in the politics of the country. He is known for political acumen and dedication. He had the unique distinction of having been a member of all the four houses. He often called himself a student of politics, which reflected in his approach and action. With his ability to be a great listener and get along well even with those having divergent view. And yet, he paved the way for resolution and outstanding successful implementation of GST. I would like to do condolences to his family.
The House may stand in silence for a while to express our deep sorrow. Time for the question hour. Supplementary question. Question number 1, note 1.
Will the Minister of Education be pleased to state that the details of the significant achievements made after the announcement of NEP 2020 in school education for the past 4 years?
Honorable Madam Speaker, my government is engaged in implementing NEP 2020 with full dedication and has also been successful. The details of some significant achievement made after the announcement of NEP 2020 for the past 4 years is as follows. Madam Speaker, you know that and everyone know that our government has launched PM Shri Pradhan Mantri School for Rising India. One graduation of schools, it aims to create a nurturing, holistic and well-rounded individuals occupying with the key of 21st century. Skills under the PM Shri rupees 630 crores spent over the period of 5 years for the central with the central share of rupees 18,128 crores. Second one, Nipun Bharat for the proficiency in reading with the understanding and proficiency in numeracy. Third one, PME Vidya, unified to all related to digital, online or air education. Fourth one, Diksha, a mobile app has been launched on a nation as a digital platform having e-book and e-content. Fifth one, National Curriculum Framework 2023 for school education has launched for the implementation of NEP. Sixth one, Nishtha National League for school heads, teachers, holistic advancement and integrating teachers training programs for different stage of school education for teachers, principals, head teachers and other staff of education management.
Next question. Supplementary question. Question number 1, note 2.
Ask from the Minister through you. Whether government has fixed any time limit for the completion of the said project, and if so, their details thereof.
Please.
Madam Speaker, I already put my opinion about the education, but I want to inform all that NEP 2020 is the first education policy of 21st century, as the policy is meant for the next 20 years. Therefore, the implementation of NEP is being carried out the first manner. Recently, NCERT has launched new book of class 6 and 9 with the updated syllabus. Thank you.
मंजिल उन्हीं को मिलती है जिनके सपनों में जान होती है। मंजिल उन्हीं को मिलती है जिनके सपनों में जान होती है। पंखों से कुछ नहीं होता, हौसलों से ही उड़ान होती है। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष महोदया, क्या शिक्षा महोदया यह बताने की कृपा करेंगी कि क्या सरकार विशेष आवश्यकता वाले बच्चों के लिए कुछ कर रही है? क्या बच्चों का जीवन बहुत चुनौतीपूर्ण होता है, क्योंकि ऐसे अधिकांश बच्चे अपनी कमजोरी के कारण शिक्षा सहित सुविधाओं से वंचित रह जाते हैं। क्या सरकार उनके भविष्य के लिए कुछ कर रही है? यदि हाँ, तो इसका विवरण दें, यदि नहीं तो कारण बताएं।
Minister, please.
Madam Speaker, NEP 2020 aims at universalization of education. जैसे कि हम सब जानते हैं, NEP 2020 हमारे स्कूली शिक्षा प्रणाली के विद्यालयों का आधारभूत ढांचे में परिवर्तन और पाठ्यक्रम में संघर्ष परिवर्तन करके समावेशी शैक्षिक संरचना और समावेशी शैक्षिक संस्कृति को विकसित करने पर जोर देती है। विशेष आवश्यकता वाले बच्चों के लिए निम्नलिखित सुविधाओं का प्रबंध किया गया है। सीबीएसई द्वारा उन विद्यालयों का मान्यता प्रदान किया जाने का नियम दिया है। सीबीएसई ने शिक्षकों के लिए हार्ड बुक विकसित किया है, जिसमें ऐसे बच्चों को उनकी गति और क्षमता के अनुसार पठन पाठ के लिए दिशा निर्देशा प्रदान किया गया है। हमारे सरकार प्रबंधों के लोग हैं। अगर रखना ही है कदम तो आगे रख, पीछे खींचने के लिए लोग हैं। धन्यवाद।
Next question, supplementary question. Question number 1, note 4.
नारेषु पूजन्ते रमान्ते तारा देवता। एक देश हमेशा ही महिलाओं के सशक्त बनने से सशक्त बनता है। एक स्त्री जब माँ, बहन और पत्नी की भूमिकाओं में मानव जाति का पालन पोषण करती है, तब जाकर सशक्त समाज और सशक्त राष्ट्र का निर्माण होता है। क्या माननीय गृह मंत्री इस बात से अवगत है कि दिल्ली में महिला उत्पीड़न, बलात्कार, चेन स्नैचिंग और डकैती की घटनाओं में वृद्धि के बारे में कोई विश्लेषण किए गए हैं, और यदि हाँ तो इसका बयाना क्या है और क्या सुधारात्मक उपाय किए जा रहे हैं?
Minister of State of Home Affairs, please.
पिछले 5 वर्षों की डेटा है जो महिलाओं के खिलाफ अपराध में वृद्धि का संकेत नहीं देता। माननीय से मेरा अनुरोध है कि वे इस तरह की अफवाहों पे ध्यान ना दें। जहां तक सुधारात्मक कदमों का सवाल है, हमारी सरकार निरंतर महिला सुरक्षा के लिए काम कर रही है। दिल्ली पुलिस लगातार अपराध की प्रवृत्ति का विलक्षण और निगरानी कर रही है और तदनुसार अपने कार्य में भी सुधार लाने की कोशिशें की जा रही है। सरकार द्वारा कुछ ठोस उपाय इस प्रकार के हैं। अपराध संबंधित क्षेत्रों में गतिशील पहचान, पुलिस संसाधनों की तैनाती जिसमें पैदल गश्त, पीसीआर वैन भी शामिल है, आपातकालीन प्रतिक्रिया वाहन, महिलाओं के लिए आत्म सुरक्षा प्रशिक्षण का कार्यक्रम, महिला सुरक्षा समिति का गठन, पुलिस स्टेशनों पर महिलाओं के लिए विशेष सहायता डेस्क, महिला हेल्पलाइन नंबर। इसके साथ ही उनकी सुरक्षा की ओर ध्यान में रखते हुए हम लोगों ने हिम्मत प्लस ऐप भी लॉन्च किया है।
Question number 1, note 5.
I am surprised with the answer of Honorable Minister. If the government is taking so many steps for the safety of, what are the causes of decreased rate of conviction? What are the steps being taken to increase the conviction rate?
Honorable Minister, please.
The rate of the last 3 years shows the mixed rate. Safety and security of women and children in the country is the utmost priority of the government. The government has brought 3 new criminal laws to speed up the justice delivery. 99.9% police stations across the country have been computerized, and process of generating e-record was already started. Earlier, due to lack of evidences such as accused were able to be realized, but now the oral evidence taken electronically is also treated as evidence as per the new law. The new laws have made forensic investigation mandatory in offense punishable by 7 years or more, which will help speed up justice and take the conviction rate up to 90%. Police personnel are being trained in this regard.
Question, supplementary question. Question.
धन्यवाद अध्यक्ष महोदया। घोषणाओं की घंघोर बारिश बरस जाती है, योजनाओं की कहानियां अधूरी ही रह जाती है। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष महोदया, मेरा प्रश्न माननीय रेल मंत्री से अधूरी पड़ी रेल योजनाओं के संबंध में है। क्या रेल मंत्री यह बताने की कृपा करेंगे कि सरकार ने वर्ष 2023 से 24 की 2 परियोजनाओं जिनके कारण रेल गति पकड़ नहीं पा रही है, वो पूरा करने के लिए विशेष नीतियां बनाई हैं? यदि हाँ तो तत्र संबंधित ब्यौरा क्या है?
Honorable Minister, please.
धन्यवाद माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय। धन्यवाद माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय। मंत्री जी, आपके प्रश्न और शंकाओं का मैं स्वागत करता हूं। आपके प्रश्न और शंकाएं हमें सदा जिम्मेदार और जवाबदेह बनाती है, और मैं यहां से आपके प्रश्न और शंकाओं का समाधान करने का पूरा प्रयास करूंगा। किंतु परंतु लेकिन अगर मगर प्रयास किया नहीं होता, कुछ कर गुजरने वाले वाहनों की तलाश नहीं करते। हमारी भारतीय रेल चलते जाना है को उद्देश्य बनाकर नवोदेश बनाकर चलती ही जा रही है, और जिस रेलवे पर आप रुकने का आरोप लगा रहे हैं वह रेलवे तो तब भी नहीं रुकी जब पूरा देश रुक गया था। तो कोरोना के भीषण दौर में भी हमारी भारतीय रेलवे लोगों को अन्न, पानी, दवा पहुंचाने में जुटी थी। और रही बात अधूरी पड़ी योजनाएं, जिन जानकारी के बता दूं कि 50,000 किलोमीटर लंबाई वाली नई रेल मार्ग का निर्माण होने जा रहा है, और 4 सुरंग परियोजनाएं हैं जिनका कार्य प्रगति पे है, जिनकी लागत लगभग 7 लाख करोड़ है। मार्च 2024 तक 2.5 लाख करोड़ व्यय हो चुका है, और इनकी जानकारी समय समय पर भारतीय रेल अपने वेबसाइट पर सार्वजनिक डोमेन पर उपलब्ध करती है। धन्यवाद।
sign, be pleased to state whether the Minister is aware of the alarming rate of heat waves in the recent years, which is an impact of climate change. If so, the details of the step taken to reduce the heat waves in the upcoming years. If not so, the reasons therefore. Whether any preparation activities were initiated by the Ministry to prevent such casualties.
Minister, please.
The government is well aware of the issue. Reduction of heat wave deaths in India to zero has been adopted by the present central government. It is a fact that annually the temperature is increasing globally and the impact of the same is reflected in the various parts of the globe, including India. The government is trying its best to tackle this issue. Recently, IMD has launched Heat Index, which provides information about the impact of humidity on the high temperature and thus provides the field-like temperature for human beings, which can be also used as an indication for human discomfort. It provides guidance towards additional care to be taken. NDMA has been regularly issuing advisories on the heat waves to all heat wave-prone states and union territories. The advisories also contain provisions for safeguarding animals.
No more question. Question number 1, note 8.
Fund allocated to combat heat waves. Whether any fund is allocated in the budget regarding this to reduce the heat waves.
Honorable Minister, please.
I want to state that there is no specific fund allocation for the heat waves related services. However, under Central Sector Scheme, Atmosphere and Climate Research, Modeling and Observing systems and services across the expenditure involved towards the services of IMD for 2023 is about rupees 26.71 crore.
Next question. Question number 1, note 9. Minister, to introduce the new minister.
Madam Speaker, I have the pleasure to introducing to you and through you the House my colleagues new minister, Miss Julie, Minister of Defence. Mr. Samarth Shikhar, Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment.
On bridge of privilege.
On the beach, a privilege has been committed by the leading newspaper of Kolkata. While commenting on the recommendation of the National Seminar on Privatization and Commercialization of Higher Education, the paper has attributed dishonest motive, and I request you to allow me to raise a question on that matter. Now,
You may give notice due copying cutting newspaper, and I shall consider it. You cannot spring a surprise on me like this.
notice of it at 10 a.m. today. Madam Speaker.
To be led. Honorable Minister of Health and Welfare to lay the papers on the table.
Madam, I beg to lay paper on the table. A copy of the report regarding to the status of implementation of the observation contained in the 14th, 3rd and 15th, 4th reports of the Standing Committee on Health and Family Welfare on demands for grants pertaining to the Department of Health and Family Welfare, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Thank you.
Honorable Minister of Commerce and Industry.
Madam Speaker, as we know that I beg to paper on the tables a copy of reports Hindi and English version. Actions taken by the Minister of Commerce and Industry, the Departments of Commerce on the observations and recommendations made by the community. In the name of the annual reports and audits, accounts of government, e-marketplace, GEM, New Delhi. Thank you.
The message from the upper chamber. Secretary General to report the message from the upper chamber.
Madam. Madam, I have to report the following of the upper chamber of Youth Parliament. I have to report 3 messages received from the Secretary General of Upper House. First, regarding no recommendation to make to lower house in regard to appropriation, vote and account, Bill 2024. Second, appropriation, Bill number 2, Bill 2024. Third, the upper chamber has no recommendation to make the lower house in regard to Finance Bill 2024. Madam, I lay on the table of copies of bill passed by the upper chamber.
Proceeding. I have to make an important announcement on my behalf and on the behalf of members. I having a great pleasure in extending our warm welcome to the President of National Assembly members and the honorable members of the French Parliamentary Delegation who are visit on India of the invitation of Parliament of India. President of National French Assembly, Minister of Defense, Minister of Commerce and Industry, Minister of Economic and Finance. It is high power delegation, Friday 9 August for the 5 days as on the invitation of the Parliament of India. They are now sitting in the box. I wish a very wish to the French National Assembly happy and fruitful stay in our country. Miss Saina Sultana.
क्या बनाने आए थे क्या बना बैठे, क्या बनाने आए थे क्या बना बैठे, कहीं मंदिर बना बैठे कहीं मस्जिद बना बैठे। हमसे तो जात अच्छी है परिंदों की, हमसे तो जात अच्छी है परिंदों की, कभी मंदिर पर जा बैठे कभी मस्जिद पर जा बैठे। आदरणीय अध्यक्ष महोदया, आज देश धार्मिक उन्माद और अंधविश्वास की समस्याओं से लड़ रहा है। हाल ही में हुई एक घटना में 100 से ज़्यादा लोगों की जानें गई। मैं माननीय गृह मंत्री से जानना चाहती हूँ कि सरकार का ऐसी दर्दनाक घटनाओं पर क्या वक्तव्य है और सरकार क्या ऐसी घटनाओं के पीड़ितों के लिए कोई कदम उठा रही है।
मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट ऑफ होम अफेयर।
सर्वप्रथम मैं पिछले दिनों हुई घटना में जान गंवाने वाले लोगों के परिवारजनों के प्रति संवेदनाएं व्यक्त करना चाहती हूँ। ईश्वर उन्हें यह कष्ट झेलने की शक्ति दे। जब भी ऐसी घटना घटती है, स्थानीय प्रशासन राहत कार्य में जुट जाती है। माननीय सदस्य महोदय, हाल की जिस घटना के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, इसमें पीड़ित लोगों के लिए केंद्र सरकार राज्य सरकार को हर प्रतिसंभव मदद पहुंचा रही है। भाग पीड़ित के परिवार वालों की मदद के लिए हेल्पलाइन जारी किए गए हैं। इस घटना की जांच के लिए एक कमेटी का गठन किया गया है। प्रधानमंत्री द्वारा दिवंगत आत्माओं के परिवार के लिए 2 लाख रुपए का मुआवजा देने की घोषणा की गई है और जो जख्मी लोग हैं उनके परिवार वालों को 50,000 रुपया देने की सहायता की जाएगी। मैं घोषणा घायलों की शीघ्र स्वस्थ होने की कामना करती हूँ।
Madam, this matter is a very serious issue. There are reports of such stampedes every day from many parts of the country. Be it the 2002 Makka Masjid stampede, the 2007 Vaishno Devi Shri incident, or 2014 Gandhi Maidan Patna stampede. On the occasion of Dussehra, lakhs of people lost their lives in these. Is people's life so cheap in India? Is the government bringing any law for the safety of people in such programs? Does the government plan to bring any rules to crack on such fake babas?
Minister of
I request honorable member not to grieve a moment of grief. This incident is not related to religious intolerance. That's an accident. Anyone whose negligence caused this incident will not be spared, be it the Satsang organization or the officers. Strict action will be taken against everyone to ensure that such incidents do not happen in future. The work of making SOP has been started in the collaboration with state government. As far as the new law is concerned, our Indian Penal Code provides for punishment for people involved in such incidents. If needed, we will bring new laws with specific laws in constitution with state government because law and order is a state subject. Our government has so far made public welfare laws and has abolished many laws made by British, which are not in the interest of people. Our governments care about the sentiment of the people and their security. In last, I just want to say, माननीय सदस्य ने हमारी सरकार पर जो धार्मिक आरोप लगाया है, उसके खिलाफ मैं बोलना चाहूँगी। हमारी एक ही धर्म है, भारतीयता, एक ही कर्म है, संविधान में आस्था, एक ही पूजा है, भारतवासियों का कल्याण।
explanation of the bill, Honorable Minister of Electronics and Information Technology, please.
Honorable Madam Speaker, I beg to move for leave to introduce the bill for the Digital India Amendment Bill 2024. Honorable Madam Speaker, I introduce the bill.
Those who are in the against, please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Leave is granted. Minister of Electronics and Information Technology. Bill for consideration. Now the House will take up consideration of public examination, prevention of unfair means 2024. Minister, please.
Honorable Speaker Madam, I rise move the bill public examinations, prevention of unfair means 2024 for consideration. Honorable Speaker Madam, I would to like introduce the bill in which regarding the prevention of unfair means in public examinations. It aims to prevent unfair means in order to bring greater transparency, fairness and credibility the public examination system. The salient features of these bills are: under this act, following actions are considered as under unfair means. Point number 1. Leakage of question papers and answers, attention or talking positions of question papers or an OMR sheet, change in seating arrangement, creations of fake website, fake admit card of offers the later to check or for monitoring again. Point number 2. Any persons or persons reporting to unfair means and offence under this act shall be punished with imprisonment for a term not less than years and fine up to 10 lakh rupees. Point number 3. The service provider shall also be liable to punished with the imposition of a fine up to 1 crore rupees and also be free from being assessing with any responsibility for the conduct of any public examinations of for period or 4 years. Thank you.
Prime Minister.
भर्ती निकले तो इम्तिहान नहीं, परीक्षा हो तो परिणाम नहीं। क्यों हर भर्ती पंचवर्षीय योजना है? कैसे ये परीक्षा प्रणाली है? अपने युवाओं की छिनली जवानी है। The bill requires the close scrutiny by the Standing Committee of the Parliament. I agree that bringing this bill is the need of the hour, but I am concerned about the very high quantum of punishment. It is disappropriation and against the principle of natural justice. It envisages 3 to 5 years of imprisonment and up to 10 lakh found being involved in such activities. If it is done by individual, in case of service provider, it is 1 crore, which is very high. Officials can be targeted by this bill. The bill is not clear about its provisions. For example, manipulations in setting arrangement is regarded as an offense can be explained in many ways. A student having murmuring with other students may cause stringent punishment against the invigilator or the head of the institution. I want legal scrutiny of the bill. The bill has many loopholes. So, subsist 4. Thank you.
Prime Minister.
And all the respected members of the House. India conducts several competitive exams throughout the year for medical, engineering, teaching, defense and administrative services. However, it is unfortunate that we have been witnessing several corruptions, paper leaks, hijacking of OMR sheet in various competitive exams. I would tell every student of the country and every youth of the country that our government is very serious about this matter. It is commitment of my government that those who play with the future of the youth will not be spared at all. We are working towards zero tolerance policy towards wrongdoers. The state bill has been prepared by a group of legal experts after many rounds of negotiation and consultation by various stakeholders. It is high time that we unite together to fight with such malpractices. Therefore, I ask the learned member of the House to support the Public Examination Bill 2024.
I is in the support of the bill. The intent of the bill is very good. The use of unfair means has become very common today. Students believe that they can do anything just because others have done so without being penalized. I would like to appreciate the checking of malpractice and organized cheating in government recruitment exams. The recent hit 12th Fail movie brought this in a harsh and real form. So this is definitely a need of the time. Thank you.
Of Personal Public Grievance and Pensions.
Speaker Madam, the bill aims to serve as a model for states to adopt. These issues is our common responsibility. There is no need to the law as we are working towards operations fundamentals.
The question is that the bill to taken into favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those who are in the against, please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Clause by clause consideration. Now the question is that the section 101 and 107, a stands bill part. Those who are in the favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those who are in the against, please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Clause 2 to 10, stand part of the bill. Now the question is that chapter 1, the enacting formula and the title stand part of the bill. Those who are in the favor, please say aye. Those who are in the favor, please say aye. Those who are in the against, please say no. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Honorable Minister of Personal Public Grievance and Pensions.
Aye.
Those who are against, please say no. The motion of private members resolution. Ms. Siddhi.
San Lives Collectors and Traders Welfare Bill to provide for setting up San Lives Collectors and Traders Welfare Fund, a board. The board shall determine the purpose which the fund shall be utilized.
Minister of Tribal Affairs.
The development of the country is linked to the tribal development. The future of the country is linked to their future. The progress of the country is linked to their progress. On the basis of which we can say that we are moving forward in a direction of self-reliant India. The Prime Minister has started a program by taking a pledge from Kunti, the birthplace of Lord Birsa Munda. He has named this scheme as Janjati Adivasi Nyay Mahabhiyan. This scheme was launched for 75 such groups across the country. And under this scheme, the Ministry of Tribal is working in collaboration with many ministries for continuous monitoring. Through PM Jan Man, till now, Prime Minister has provided a scheme for 100,000 houses for those people. Construction of 1200 kilometer long network of roads is being started. Electricity is being provided to their houses. The Ministry of Government is running a skill development program for the tribal people. Apart from this, there are more than 85 forest products which we have fixed the MSP. The sentiment of the honorable members are very good, but our focus is in the direction of how we done to improve lives. But it is probably not possible to make different laws for different things. So I would request the honorable member to withdraw this bill. We will think together what can be better done than this, because we all are.
Parliament, Madam, I am grateful to the Honorable Minister for leading support to my resolution. I am satisfied with the genius reply by the Minister. I am withdrawing my bill. Thank you.
The motion move that the bill is withdrawn. Those who are in the favor, please say aye. Those who are in the against, please say no. I think the I have it, the I have it, the I have it. The bill stands withdrawn. The House is adjourned. Meet at 11 a.m. tomorrow. We, the student of KVL, organized the Youth Parliament. Thank you.